Okay, I just recorded episode 3, or so I thought. But apparently, what I actually did was I recorded audio, but no video. So, that's really frustrating because we did a bunch of really fun stuff, got what would have been great footage, but all gone. Nothing to be done. So, I'm going to just retrace my steps as best I can and explain what we did and try to redo it. So, so first we went caving. Didn't get a whole lot of footage I would have shown there. One of the things I wanted to determine was how rare tin actually is in this world. And when I came back, I had something like 40 iron ore, 30 gold ore, a bunch of redstone, and not a single block of tin. So, since tin does seem to in fact be pretty rare, and we need it for lots of stuff, I decided that the best thing to do would be to work on XyCraft for tin transmutation. So, this thing here, well, you know what? Let's start from the beginning. Let's pretend we didn't do any of this. This will all make sense in a moment. So, XyCraft. So very first thing, need to craft a wand. Recipe for this is just gold nugget stick and one of these shards you get from that fancy glowy XyCraft ore. We mined some of that earlier that you saw. So you craft that wand like that, put it in your inventory. It automatically charges up to 50 vis. If your world's not broken like my test world was at one time. Then next thing to do is to create a research table. And in order to do that, you need to make 2 of these table blocks, which is just 3 slabs, wood, and I have 2 here. So this will allow us to discover transmutation recipes, although it won't yet. I can't do anything with it. You need scribing tools, which are made with a feather, an ink sac, and a glass bottle. You can also use a glass vial, but it's a little more expensive than okay, maybe it's less expensive as far as glass goes, but it requires clay. Anyway, so you make those scribing tools, use them on the table, and it turns into a research table. So, I also sort of skipped a step. I showed this in my Learning World tour. You use your wand on a bookshelf to get a Thaumonomicon out and consumes the bookshelf and gives you this book, which is sort of like your XyCraft achievements. It starts with all this basic stuff that just kind of tells you basics about XyCraft. Yeah, those are the ores that... No, I'm not going to read all that. Anyway, that tells you the basics. So... First bit of research available to you is basic transmutation, which lets you turn any metal into gold. We already did that. Can't redo it easily. And we already did tin, because that was our goal, to make tin. So let's research another metal so that you can at least see the process of that. So we have a research table here. I'm going to stick... Okay, so I want to do a metallic transmutation. I happen to know that needs to start with, let's see, those are iron nuggets. Hang on, where's my seeds? I need seeds. Oh, I planted them all. Okay, 1 second. I need seeds for this. I'll show you why in a moment. Oh, I'm just really annoyed about losing that footage because, again, it's one of those things that you check every single time except the one time you somehow forget to check it, it goes wrong. So I need to make myself a checklist at the beginning of the video and actually go through each item in turn and be absolutely sure I've done it, because I do not want to lose video again. That just sucks so badly. All right, so we have a few seeds. I want to do some sort of metallic research, so I'm going to take this. These are iron nuggets. They have each item has essentia, as they're called. If you put them, if I hold shift when I roll over them, you can see those little icons popping up. If I actually put something into a research table, I can see the name of them and sort of what they represent. So all of the metal transmutations I happen to know involve metallum. So if we take that, hang on, we're missing something. We need paper in here. There we go. Now we can use this. So I'm going to research with metallum, and that gives me research notes on an unknown theory. Oh, 1 second. Something on my computer wants my attention. Okay. And yeah, so that shows us this scroll that's we can't actually read yet. So what we have to do, there's an unknown bit of Essentia in here, but I sort of know what it is. We know it popped up when we had the Metallum in the table. So keep going on that. There it goes. Iron nuggets only have one, so this takes a while. Okay, so it's almost complete. All right, so we got Metallum is complete, and it showed us another thing we need. Now we can read this. After you get a certain amount of the Essentia in the recipe, it'll let you read the scroll. So we know we're looking at iron transmutation. Okay, that one could be useful. If we have some extra lead or something else that's relatively useless. Actually, I'm going to go off and go check something. What do we do with lead? Because I said in a previous video that it comes from Railcraft, but now I don't think that's right. I think it's actually a thermal expansion thing. Oh, that's how to get it. What do we do with it? I think it's actually from thermal expansion. Right, so we can use it in an induction smelter to make hardened glass, which is an ingredient in... This thing I don't understand. I want to play with it. I think it lets you store MJ or EU or both, or translate between them. Something to do with that. I'll figure it out at some point. No idea what these do. What else can lead do? Yeah. Nothing else. Okay, so it's just for those things. So unless those are extremely important, then lead is pretty useless. So we'd want to turn it into iron or tin or something else more useful. Anyway, so we need to figure out what this is. I also happen to know that all the transmutations involve this permutatio essentia. So seeds happen to be a good way to get it. So let's research a little bit. This one grayed out because herba is not part of the recipe for iron transmutation. And I believe, okay, we need some more seeds. Gonna have to go mow the lawn or something unless some of my wheat's grown. It has. I am so short on seeds. I need to go hunt some skeletons or something because, or just mow a whole bunch of grass. I've sort of mowed down all the grass that's in my area right now. Man, I'm having some performance issues here. Etho mentioned this in one of his recent videos. I keep just, at random times, like my frame rate will drop a whole lot. I need to figure out what's going on with that. Anyway, let's see if these seeds will get us there. Hopefully. All right, so we completed the essentia that are part of this recipe. Now we have discovered it, so I can pull that out of the table, take a look at it. It just says the same thing that was on the table. If I right-click, that goes into our Thaumonomicon, and I can take a look at it here, click on it to get the recipe. So, for every 2 metallum in a crucible... Oh, we didn't even talk about the crucible. Did last time and made one, but yeah. All right, so the components of an iron nugget are 2 metallum and 5 vis. That will give you 2 iron nuggets. So, this crucible thing, let's sleep. A crucible is made from a cauldron. So you just craft a cauldron, set it down on the ground. I'd do it here, but I don't want to use the iron. Set it down on the ground, use your wand on it, and it turns from a cauldron into a crucible. The crucible looks like... There it is over there. Looks like a cauldron with some extra glyphs on the sides. So what you need to do with the crucible is you need to put it on top of a heat source. I'm using burning netherrack right there. I want to replace it with lava because that's noisy and smoky and annoying. Fill it with water, and after a little bit the water will start to boil. Also hurts you if you stand on it. So what we can do with this is I'm going to transmute iron into iron. No, that's a bad demonstration. Let's actually do another tin transmutation because I need that more. It's the exact same principle as any of the others. So the tin transmutation requires 3 metallum and 1 vitreous per 3 tin nuggets, and also 5 vis. That's just you. If I throw too many things into the crucible, I won't be able to do it because my wand currently only holds 50 vis. But yeah. Vitreous can easily be gotten from glass panes. You can get it from glass too. Let's see, it's more efficient to use glass panes. So we're gonna make some glass panes. I'm actually gonna need a bunch of tin, so let's just make a whole lot of nuggets. Be careful how many we put in. So if it's 5 vis per Yeah, so I could put up to 10 vitreous and 30 metallum in there. Let's try that. Hope this doesn't go wrong. So we're going to take 10 glass panes. I just toss these in. It sort of bubbles a little bit. And we're going to take 30 iron nuggets. So this should consume all of the vis in our wand and give us... Yeah! 30 tin nuggets. Beautiful. And then from those nuggets, we can, of course, I mean, you can guess what we do with those. Just stick them in a crafting table and turn them into ingots. Like... Oh, that's iron. Like so. So that's enough for 3 ingots, with a little bit less left over. I already made one in the previous video. So, we have some tin to work with, and we can keep on doing that as long as we have glass and iron. Now, I am a little bit short on sand, so I can't make glass. Okay, actually, let's see if we can figure out what to do with this. It does not have a use. Okay, I don't know how to use that. I'm hoping I can get like sand and oil out of that somehow. I think I read somewhere you need a refinery for it, but no, a refinery is a... is that a BuildCraft thing? Yeah, that's a BuildCraft thing. And those oil sands, I think, are added by Petrogen. Oh, whoa, just bumped my microphone. Let me adjust that. Okay, actually, I need to check my notes. One moment. All right. Right. So that's how far we got with Thaumcraft and what we did, what our tin situation is. So I know there's a, yeah. I'll off camera. I'll probably do a whole bunch of transmutation of iron into tin. So this machine right here, this is a compressor. We used it in the Lost episode to create a diamond, and we did that with coal. Well, heck, let's do it again. I think I can do another demonstration of this, and this is what I'm going to want to do with our coal anyway, for the most part. So you macerate coal. It takes 1 full stack to make 1 diamond. Need some more peat in my generator. So once that finishes macerating, it will give us... hang on. I'm going to need this in a moment. It'll give us coal dust, which is used to craft... What the hell? Graphite? Let's see what that does. Huh? I don't know what that's for. Okay, well anyway, coal dust with... I have to figure out what that does. Nope, we're not making a solar panel. Here we go. Coal dust with a piece of flint in the middle will give you a coal ball. You stick that in a compressor, and it gives you a compressed coal ball. So from 64 coal, we end up with 8 compressed coal balls. Put those around a piece of obsidian, or iron, or brick. I used bricks last episode. I'd probably use obsidian now. And we get a coal chunk. Compress that, and it turns into a diamond. So, we did that, and we ended up with a total of 5 diamonds. I want a diamond pick and an enchanting table. Those are my first priorities. So let's just go ahead and make a diamond pick right now. We can get some obsidian with that. And the 2 left over will be for an eventual enchanting table. Also, of course, need... Oh, goodness, I need more chests. Of course, we also need books for enchanting, and I'm a bit short on materials for those. I just want to clear my inventory a bit before we go on and do other stuff. Yeah, that'll go in here for the moment until we're ready to mine some obsidian. Yeah. I don't know why I had all those on. Oh, yeah, I remember. Anyway. I need... That sword's about to break. Okay, anyway. I really need more wood. Man, I'm low on materials all around. So... torches... Another sword would be good. Well, I don't need it yet. Anyway, I was saying something, but I forgot. Anyway, so the other thing... We did a bunch of other stuff. Hear that zombie moaning right there? We have trapped ourselves a villager zombie. He's in here. He's holding a ladder, apparently. And he is protected from the sunlight in here. So he'll just stay there forever, or rather, until we're ready to cure him. Just need a weakness potion and a golden apple. I probably have the materials to make that right now, but I want to get a second one of those, and we can get a village going with him. Did a bunch of work on our peat bog here. Looks like it's actually ready to harvest a lot of bog earth, too. So, it had occurred to me, I made a bog earth crafting machine in my learning world, which was pretty complicated, involved a bunch of buildcraft and thermal expansion machines and a lot of pipes and things. I actually came up with a much simpler way to do it that we prototyped in the lost episode footage, but I'll go over it again after I finish digging these up, because yeah, I'm finding that I'm going through peat really fast. Like, I'm going to need a better solution than just manually digging this up and crafting it once in a while. That's another reason we need sand so much, because it's a crafting component in bog earth. Hope I have even enough to just demonstrate this. Alright, let's dig up a little bit. One moment. Alright, so what we have here is a turtle. Let me take you through the crafting recipes for them. So a oh, right. Ignore the name. This is actually a turtle. So we make that with a computer, some iron, and a chest. Make a computer like that. It's real simple. And this thing is super handy. So you can... Oops. Wait. There we go. Oh, was my keybind to hide not enough items. So, yeah, here we go. So we wrote this thing, bogearth.lua. This is a Lua script. This is just a prototype. It's definitely not going to work exactly like that, but I thought I had 16 sand. How do I only have 15? Ah, whatever. So this is a crafty turtle, actually. And this script will allow him to craft bog earth for us. So let's see, how do I do this? So I tell him how many to make. bogearth.lua 3. Selects that, fills it, crafts it, selects it, fills it, crafts it, selects it, fills it, crafts it, and drops it in the chest. Well, it went to a different slot the last time, so he didn't know how to drop that. So, eventually I'm going to have dirt in this chest and sand in this one, so he can just pull things out of that those two chests as needed, pull water out of this spring that's right in front of him using the bucket, and craft things for out of the crafting grid. Yeah, so this was fun to figure out. I'll show you the API a little bit for the oops, need more sand, for any programmers or such people who might be watching. So yeah, you just stick oh man, typing all sorts of characters in there. So we just stick it in here and go interactive Lua prompt, or actually hang on, we can take a look at the APIs with help turtle. So that shows us all the functions we can call from Lua. Turtle.craft, that's the one we want. So we can say turtle.craft quantity. We're going to craft one thing. And what I determined from my experimentation before is that he has to have some recipe in his inventory as the only thing in his inventory. In fact, let's just demonstrate with this. So we know this is the recipe for bog earth, but it'll just fail because this extra block is in here. So if we take this out, call that again, it crafts it. Oh. Oh. I just figured something out. Okay, well I can make so apparently he puts it into the slot that's selected. Okay, so I can I can fix that problem where it goes here if it's the last thing that's available. I guess it goes to the next slot. So, anyway, yeah, so that's how we do that scripting. And yeah, the rest is just basic turtle stuff. We just have, yeah, read the arguments passed into the script, do it that many times. Select slot 6, which is the bucket here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is a little confusing. With the bucket selected, if we say place, which will normally place a block, it essentially works like right-clicking with whatever's selected. So it'll right-click with the bucket on the water pool we have right in front of him and fill up the bucket. So then we craft, assuming we have the right materials in here, which will put bog earth into this slot, which I can actually change. I could select a different slot than 6. Like I could say select 8, then it would always go in this slot, or select 16, it would always go in this slot. Oh, yeah, I see. Right, because 6 is selected. That's the bucket. After I craft, I select 8. I was assuming that it just goes here every time. That's where the bog earth ends up. And I drop up, which puts it in the chest above him. Then it just repeats for the number of bog earth we told him to craft. So, that's a prototype. We'll be... Ooh, it's nighttime. Don't want to get a creeper sneaking up on me. Speaking of which, I'm going to want to put... Well, that little script doesn't matter that much, but once it's a little bit more written, we'll want to copy it onto a floppy disk for backup. Yes, this uses floppy disks. But, yep, we'll get to that sometime later. I keep going out the wrong door when I do this. So, yeah, we'll fix that up with to pull the materials out of these chests. But the problem is, we need materials. So, I think what I need to figure out now is how to get sand. Let's see. Let me just... Unbelievable. So, you know what just happened? I checked my audio recording when I was doing something, and it cut out while we were in the middle of doing things. So, my computer hates me today. I don't know what's going on. Alright, fortunately we didn't lose nearly as much footage that time as we did just a moment ago. So, I think pretty much the only things I did, I just finished talking about the bog earth turtle. Went up here, talked a little bit more about thaumaturgy, and yeah, basically where we stand right now is we need seeds and sand. We need sand to craft bog earth because we're low on it, and we need seeds for thaumaturgy and growing wheat, because I think this is actually our only food. Well, we have an apple now, but I want to turn that into a golden apple for the villager. Did I talk about the villager? Okay, well, I'll go over this again just in case. I'm not going to stop and check to see if we covered it. But yeah, we have a... Oh, shit! No! Cover that over. Don't die. Let me water him. Okay, he's still okay in there. Whew! Yeah, don't want to kill that guy. He's going to become our villager. I'll get him a partner, and they'll breed up to make a new village. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna just in case I accidentally do that again. Let's build a second roof on this thing. There we go. Now I can safely peek in here without setting it on fire. Right. I think I also lost the footage where I set up this pumpkin and melon farm right here. Some of these are melons, some of these are pumpkins. Just want to grow them to, to get the seeds primarily, because we need seeds to put them in a squeezer and get seed oil to craft an apiary, because I want to do some beekeeping. Either that, or we'll get another villager to mate with that zombie, and, well, after they're not zombies anymore, and make a beekeeper villager and trade with him for an apiary, because they'll give those to you. So, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go hunt for seeds and... Ooh, actually, well, there are a few different ways to get sand. Let's think about this a little bit. Let's see if there's any different ways to get seeds. Because I don't know, my normal Minecraft knowledge is not... doesn't tell me everything I can do with this pack. Let's take a sleep first. Because, yeah, I could of course just go dig sand the normal way. Probably set up a sand quarry somewhere in some desert or beach, or, yeah. Most sand we have is right over there, and that's not that much, and I don't really want to ruin that beach. I've already ruined that one. So we can get sand with a macerator or a pulverizer, I know, which are sort of the same thing. Pulverizers from thermal expansion, macerators from industrial craft. We already have a macerator, so that's probably what I'd use. This comes from Wasteland, which is one of the 2 extra biomes I still have enabled, so we might be able to find some of that. But it's more efficient just to get a sand quarry in the desert. And okay, that's the only place we can get sand. What about seeds? Is there any place we can get these? No. Yeah, that doesn't count. This is just... I don't know how this works. I've never actually tried this. I think with a carpenter you can crate up items. So like anything, if these were iron ingots, say, you could craft them into iron blocks. So that'd be 9-to-1 compacting. With a carpenter you can compact things 9-to-1 into arbitrary crates. Because yeah, crated seeds just from 9 of those. Yeah. Anyway, I will want a carpenter sometime soon. What does it take to make one of those? I looked this up in another episode. Bronze, yes. Yep. So, yeah, bronze takes copper and tin. We need copper and tin. So we can transmute... Oh, that's right. I'd started on this. So, yeah, we're researching silver transmutation now. That's why I needed seeds. I'm fairly certain this is permutatio. And, yeah, I should see if there's another... I think seeds are the easiest way to get it, but I'm seriously... I have a huge shortage of them. So, we're going to go mow a bunch of grass, and I don't have any bones at all. I'm gonna just go mow a bunch of grass out in the wilderness and hope we come back with a large amount of seeds. So, be back in a bit. I'm gonna check my recording now to make sure it's still working. Oh, I am angry. Okay, audio is still recording. Video, I can't tell for sure, but it looks good. Okay. Here we go. Alright, so we're back, and man, these take a really long time to get. So I'm going to use those in here, see if we can at least complete this recipe. Oops. I know you can also, emeralds also have this, and if I get, I know I said I didn't want to do mass villager trading, so I don't know if I'll be able to stick to that, because I'd like a lot of emeralds for this. Will it get us there? Will it get us there? No! Alright, maybe we can get another 1 or 2 out of our wheat farm. I got a bunch of flax seeds. I don't know if I want to plant them all, because wheat seems like it's going to be our priority right... Oh, I'm breaking those with the shovel. Wheat seems like it's going to be our priority right now. Really, I guess I need to find a skeleton spawner. Oh, and there was something I wanted to try. Okay, there we go. So we've completed that. Silver transmutation requires... Oh, interesting. I see how it is. Where's my Thaumonomicon? Thaumonomicon? Is it in here? I can't see it. Oh, there it is. It's in our inventory already. Alright, so silver takes... Okay, 3 metallum, 1 permutatio. So, yeah. Okay. But I don't need silver. Silver's not useful for a whole lot. Mostly I need tin. So we know how to make that. Oh, yeah. So I wanted to try something. I am wondering. So apatite can be made into fertilizer. I hate to use sand for this, but I'm going to. I know you use fertilizer in crafting humus, which is what you use for... oh, hello? Oh, there it is, right. Which is what you use for forestry tree farm. But I'm wondering, with a name like fertilizer, if it would happen to be able to be used like bone meal. So... I think it's pretty unlikely that this will work, but if it does, then we'd have an alternative to using bone meal on crops. Let's just give it a shot. Nope. Alright, well, that was pretty unlikely anyway. Had to try, though. So, I guess it's probably about time to wrap this up. I did my best to go over the footage that we lost and retrace my steps. I really do... Okay, I'm going to figure out a good way to get sand. One of the good things to do would be if I could get a quarry going. What all does a quarry take? I know it's a bunch of diamonds. It's kind of expensive, but it gives you a whole lot of resources. So it's going to be 8, 11 diamonds. Counting that. Some gold, iron gears, redstone. Okay. I don't have 11 diamonds. Oh, yeah. Weren't we... Yeah, we were macerating this to get more, get another diamond. Let's see if we can get that done before the end of the episode. So, one thing I want to do is I'd like to explore around this area a little bit more. Maybe find a desert where we can dig up some sand until we get some other way of sand production going. Because there's a bunch of stuff that can turn cobblestone and gravel into sand, cobblestone into gravel, and then gravel into sand. And, oh, now hang on. We can get cobblestone from an igneous extruder, I believe. I don't know how this thing works, but I'm going to try it. So pneumatic servo, we can make that. Oops. Machine frame, we can make that. Okay. Okay, let's do some experimentation. I'm going to make an igneous extruder with my precious, precious tin, and let's see if we can figure out how to use it. Okay, this is the second time this has happened. I don't know how these items are getting into my furnace, because I did not put leather there. I saw some gold nuggets in there earlier. It's very strange. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I know I had leather on me, so it's like when I opened the furnace... Wait a minute, wait. I think... Alright, so if I have this selected... No, that's not it. I thought like maybe if I right-clicked on it, it'd go on that side. I don't know what's going on. Something weird happened. But yeah, we need glass. Actually, I think we have more... We need more glass than we have... Yeah, I need 6 glass blocks, and I only have 4 sand. No, I have some more. Okay. So we'll smelt up our sand, try and make an igneous extruder. See if we can get some cobblestone out of that. I don't know how it works. We're gonna find out. Okay, well we've made one. Running out of room in here. I need to make a bigger house. So this is a thermal expansion thing. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so we need MJ. Do we need MJ to power this? I'm actually not sure. Let's okay, so we filled it with some water. Let's go get some lava and put it in. I don't know how this thing works. We're gonna experiment and find out. So I'm gonna get some lava out of the volcano. Probably get it from the nether. Maybe that's closer. Do I still have a ladder down into that volcano? I don't remember what state I left that in when I was building the nether portal. Huh. Rotten flesh. That's actually slightly useful for... sea sand, I gotta grab it now, because that's the resource I really need. Yeah, another thing I'd like to do is just sort of generally go exploring around here, see if we can find... I already said that, see if we can find a desert, but yeah. Can I reach that? Yes, I can. I just want to see what this igneous extruder does. I assume it'll consume both the water and the lava to make stone. Apparently 2 types of stone or obsidian. But I don't know where it'll put it, because there was only 1 slot for it. Maybe I need to put a chest next to it and it would fill it up. Oh yeah, so this little thing I saw here with collapsed sand, that's not a ravine, that's a cave. Yeah, misidentified it as a ravine earlier. Just one of those things, when you're recording you don't really know what words are coming out of your mouth. I'm probably saying ridiculous things right now and I don't even realize it. So we put lava in here. Oh! Interesting. It's not consuming them. Well, that seems a bit cheaty. Okay, so free cobblestone forever? Is that seriously what this is doing? What if I want this kind of stone? Oh, that consumes all the water. I guess that makes sense. Oh, it consumed a little bit of lava. Okay, let's get a little more water in here. This is really interesting. What a crazy machine. Pull it out of the turtle pool. Oh, or open a chest. Should get a spring up in my house somewhere, probably. So it kind of looked to me... Okay, so I want a piece of stone. I can't. Okay, so I want some cobblestone. I can't. Maybe we need at least a full bucket of lava. Let's get some more lava. Be right back. Alright, we're back with a bucket of lava, so I stick that in there. It can make cobblestone again. If I make stone... Alright, that didn't consume any. It looks like it consumes 2 millibuckets per... Wait, what? Can it... Oh, right, it consumes the water. Oh. This thing's hard to keep fed. But it seems like it kind of looks like it'll just go forever for making cobblestone. Let's... wish I had another bucket on me. Alright, we're gonna do this, since I'm tired of running up and down. Yeah, just for now. Little pool of water here. I'll replace that with something better later. Yeah, I think we're very rapidly going to need to build an expansion to this house, because I've already just about filled up the tiny little room I have here. Alright, so there, that's that. I'm gonna put this, so I want some... Right. Yeah, that consumed 2 millibuckets to make a 1 stone. All right, so we put some more water in there. Not consuming a single thing. So this is just going to give us infinite cobblestone. Obviously, if I'd set it to obsidian, it'd consume 1 bucket of lava and probably 1 bucket of water. I don't know. Yeah, what an interesting machine. All right, well, let's just leave that going, and that's where we'll get cobblestone from. We can put the stone into our macerator and turn it into, I believe, sand. Yeah, no, that's a pulverizer. Yeah, macerate, cobblestone, get sand. And we'll, of course, power that with peat. So, yeah, this is just about done. I need some flint. I can get that from a macerator, but my macerator's busy. So let's just dig up some gravel. I'll do this for a bit and be back when I have 8 flint. Alright, sounds like our macerator's done, and we have our flint together. So with this, we craft 8 coal balls, and those we put into the compressor. You still have fuel, good. Make some crazy noises while it compresses. And let's see, so after we made the igneous extruder, we ended up with 4 glass and 4 sand. So, yeah, we're going to have to... Heck, let's just get this going. This thing is such an exploit. I don't, well, I guess stone farms are pretty easy, so it's not so bad. I'll use it. So, yeah, infinite cobblestone right here. That's okay, I guess. It saves me a little bit of trouble. So we're going to start macerating this to get some sand out, and ooh, that's going to use a lot of power from here. We need lots of peat to keep that powered up. So, that turns into compressed coal balls. I'm going to wait until it finishes, so I'll be right back. Alright, this thing's done compressing. We're going to need a piece of obsidian, so let's just go ahead and set this to obsidian mode and see what it does. Okay, so it consumed 1 bucket of water and 1 bucket of lava, as I expected. It gives us a piece of obsidian. Let's just stick some more water in there. Right, so we need more lava to be able to get any cobblestone. But yeah, so we have our compressed coal balls. We have a piece of obsidian. I can put these together into a coal chunk. Put it back in the compressor again. And we have a diamond. So that is how you turn coal into diamonds. Okay, well, that was it's disappointing that I lost that footage, but I think I covered pretty much everything we did before. So yeah, next episode I'd really love to get beekeeping going, but we're still a long way off from there. Just gotta wait for some of my stuff to grow. And I'm going to need to go mining again to get more resources, do a bunch of transmutation to get tin. And yeah, cool. So that will do it for today. I will see you guys next time.